Unlock the door, bitch. I'm on my way, and I got chicken strips.
I don't know why they call them chasers. It's not like Chubs can run real fast.
Double vodka with hot brownie chasers.
She just wanted to watch me eat it. Naked.
I can't say that. That's dirty.
Chasers will do anything to get into your pants. I love them.
Stop it! Stop!
Oh, God.
Chubs Gone Wild.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to a fabulous Chubs Gone Wild episode. This episode was recorded on... Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's start that over. Let's do it right. Chubs Gone Wild number 510. It's the biggest we've ever been. It's September 11th, 2023, and it's 94 degrees and sunny outside the Chubs Gone Wild remote studios, where it is 33 days until Canadian Thanksgiving, 50 until Halloween, 79 until Thanksgiving. You better find the coupons for those turkey TV dinners. It's also 93 days till Hanukkah and 106 until the big Christmas holiday. Nope, still nothing. Okay.
Don't forget what today is.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna talk about that. So it is September 11th. Let's get to our history. Wanted to talk about that.
Oh.
But in the meantime, we do have our Halloween contest. With anyone who sends us anything, an email, a Facebook message, or comment, a voice message, send us a lunchbox pic, you'll be entered into the contest, and the winner will be announced on our live show on pride48.com, September 17th, 2023 at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know why, but it always gets to me that they do everything in Eastern Standard Time because they're on the East Coast. But I'm always worried I'm going to screw up the, -3. Anyway, if you want to interact with us while we're doing the live show on the very last Pride48.com scheduled live weekend, you will need to have Discord. And I mean the app Discord on your computer or phone. And, you might want to download it a little early and figure it out because it's a little tricky. Well, hello, Tom. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. It is, let's talk about Patreon, which offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcasts, videos, books, and much, much more. And we want to thank our current patrons, Clint, Nephi, Nick, DJ Starsash, Russell Universe, Eric, Sean, Charles, Brother Sinatus, Phoenix Dave, Kingsley, and Moose P. Please visit patreon.com/Matt Burlingame to join us for as little as $1 a month. I was trying to remember what the title of the last show was. Do you remember?
Our last show?
Yes.
There
it is. It was Star Tarek, Strange New Chubs. And that was for our patron Eric. That title was for him. All right. Let's get into our affirmation because I am feeling it today. I bless my current job with love and know that it is only a stepping stone on my pathway. I do. I love my job. How about you?
I love it.
Oh, it looks like it. All right. Well, what happened with history? It disappeared. Well, I guess we'll just have to go over here and figure it out. Okay, so today, of course, we cannot do anything else other than it was the 2001 9/11 attack on America. So at approximately 8:46 a.m., they're adding stuff. Okay, so a jet flew into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City, and the impact left a gaping, burning hole on near the 80th floor. And it instantly killed hundreds of people, trapping hundreds more. And then the evacuation began, and 17 minutes later, another plane hit the other World Trade Center. So, and then of course this goes on to blah blah blather and stuff. But I woke up to that. My TV was my alarm, so I woke up hearing this happening and was not comprehending what was going on. And I started watching it, and I wasn't sure what the fuck. I thought maybe it was a movie preview or something. And then the second plane hit, and it was just freaky. How about you? How did you hear about it?
Well, on 9/11 2000,
It was 2000. I thought it was 2001.
Well, that thing is 2001, but I got my Bell's palsy on 2000 9/11.
Oh wow.
So tragic day all around.
Oh, yes, that compares.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went into work thinking, okay, I'm going to martyr this thing out forever, and somebody flew planes into the World Trade Center and ruined my day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I never know what to say about it anymore. I did write a play about it, but
I remember it.
Did you see it?
Of course.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yes, because I remember the lead actor was so talented.
Which one was that? Oh. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, but that was actually, yeah, the play, and one of the characters from it was named after Nephi, actually. But that play was real. It was based on my friends at the college, and it had some great stuff, but very hard to I don't even want to like read it, because of the material being so hard to get through. Anyway, so let's move on from there and try to get to some holidays. All right. Well, today I want to start my own business day. No? No, you didn't celebrate that today? You didn't want to start your own business?
No.
Nothing? Okay. All right. How about hot cross bun?
Really, I would think that'd be more of a April, March thing.
Yeah, especially the cross part of it.
Well, that's a traditional I guess dessert around Easter time, because the cross thing, it's supposed to be the crucifixion.
Or if you're pagan, it's the hot cross bunny. Okay. National No News is Good News Day. Also, Patriots. Remember freedom? Vaguely. Women's baseball. National Day of Service and Remembrance. National Shush. Emergency Responders Day. Definitely. That's an important day. Libraries Remember Day. And Make Your Bed. Yeah, that didn't happen.
I saw online that was making it naked.
Oh, really? Interesting.
It's weird because they put the camera at the foot of the bed, and they were on top of the bed. So it's like,
how did they make it?
Well, they kind of were crawling over the top of it, making the bed. It was It's
Okay.
ridiculous because that's a terrible way to make a bed.
Yeah. Also, it's the I'm on top of it day. Well, you haven't celebrated that day for a long, long time. There we go. What a wonderful holiday. Okay, let's do birthdays. If it'll pop up here. Come on. There we go. Well, happy birthday today to author Nell Iris. Also, sex educator Richard Wagner. And of course, upcoming birthdays. Happy birthday to Danielle, to our dear friend Jason, who we talk about every once in a while. Also to Juan, Chris, Andy Melton. That Andy Melton, oh, everybody knows about him. My goodness, there's a name. We'll go with Bryle. Also, Nick, Big Guy, Tom, Gary, Jerry, Robert. Oh, our dear friend of the show, Robert from Being Gay Today. We also have Micah, Joel, Suki, Nathaniel, Emma, that hot little bear cub, Rob. His birthday's coming up, and our dear friend from the theater who used to be in our shows, Miss Tabitha. Happy birthday, y'all. Okie dokie. Well, that leads us to, I don't know, what the hell? Oh, so we don't really have anything in our feedback this time. We were going to have a little feedback from Mr. Moose, but, well, anyway, he sent in some delicious what's in your lunchbox picks instead. So I want to send chub hugs out to Mr. Mike in Squamish for being 17 years cancer free. I think that's a pretty good one. How about you? I figured you probably have a few that you want to do this time.
And this is feedback or chub hugs.
Chub hugs, yes.
Yeah. Well, to my good friend Suzanne, who died this last week. I used to work with her back in my video distribution days, and she was our our solo lesbian there. We had a lot of gay guys, but only one lesbian. So at that time, I think we got one later, but I don't know. And then let's see. Also, Jane is still, well, she's in a facility now that's taking care of her after her stroke.
Oh, she is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's good. She's getting help, sort of. Those kind of facilities are, they try their best, but
yes.
And let's see. That's, I think those were the only ones because everything else I mentioned last week. So
okay. Well, I'll also send a chub hug out to our friend Jason, whose birthday is coming up, as he's had a few close losses in his family recently. Yeah. Okie dokie. Hey, you know what? This is just a fun note, which is gonna hopefully be a pick-me-up after all of our talk there. So I put on Facebook a question: who do you trust more, Kelly Clarkson or Ariana Grande? Now, what did you say?
I didn't say anything.
I know, but I'm asking you now.
I don't care. Why would I care about this?
I want to know if you had to trust somebody more.
I don't know who these people are. How can I
You don't know
trust
who
them?
Kelly Clarkson is?
Well, I know that she's got a TV show, and I know
Kelly and Justin was your favorite movie.
What?
You have followed Kelly and Justin. Justin? Was that it?
Yeah, it's not one of my favorite movies. I enjoyed the movie.
You loved her from the very beginning.
I think, okay, then I trust Danny Masterson more than I trust those two. No, I don't know. I don't know who did. Why would I trust? Who do I like more? I like Kelly Clarkson more. How about that?
Okay, that'll work. So I posted this question on Facebook and I got 15 answers. And of course, 3 of them were people trying to be, cute as they do.
Because it's a silly question, but go ahead.
Well, it is a silly question, but it was
Right.
also a controlled question. So, but the answer that everybody kind of gave was Kelly Clarkson. And I believe the reason why is because you just can't trust thin people. It's true. Come on, who are you going to trust to tell you the truth more? Want to go with the hefty person?
My
Want to go
urologist.
with the chub?
My
Oh,
urologist. Yeah.
how did that go?
Well, he told me I was fat.
Another one.
So, but he was thin. You're right. You're right.
You
but
don't trust super thin people.
and he was super old too. His hands were shaking. I'm thinking he's going to cut open my scrotum. Yay.
Jeez.
Yeah. I hope he has a tremorless day.
Oh, so is he gonna help you, or is he just
I'm
gonna
still
sit there
waiting
and
for somebody to call me back.
if he
It's only been 6 days. Come on, give him a break.
Oh yeah, trying to figure out how to get a cell phone to work. I'm telling you, if he blows you off and not in a nice way, you get another one. You ask for a fat doctor. Sick of this shit. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about some celebrity news. First off, congratulations are in order to Chris Evans and Alba Baptista, the Captain America star, 42, and his stunning actress girlfriend, 26, who are married. The couple secretly wed this weekend. Ooh. All right. Also, U.S. actor Danny Masterson has been sentenced to serve more than 30 years to life in prison for raping 2 women. Masterson starred in That 70s Show, a TV series that was airing at the time of his crimes in early 2000s. Prosecutors argued Masterson, 47, had relied on his status as a prominent Scientologist to avoid accountability. Anyway, and did you see how quick that the other 2, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis or whatever, how quickly they retracted their letters of support for him?
No, but okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right. Good Morning America host Robin Roberts marries partner Amber Lane. We'll go with
She hadn't
that.
married her yet.
I know, after like 18 years.
Oh, have they been together? Okay, I was gonna
Yeah.
say maybe it's a new one, but no, 18 years. That's not new. So
But they got married, and yeah. So congratulations to them. I love lesbian love. Anyway, all right. Celebrity deaths. Well, there were a few, starting with singer-songwriter Gary Wright, best known for the groundbreaking album The Dreamweaver. That was a big one. He died. He was 80 years old. Retired NFL wide receiver Mike Williams died after suffering what his family described as a massive head injury at a construction. Okay. He was 36. Ugh. Marcia D. Roos, the actress best known for her role on HBO's True Blood, passed away at age 70 after long illness on September 2nd.
now I got to look to see who that is, Marcia,
Yeah, I wasn't sure either.
because we're watching that right now.
Really? I stopped
Well,
after
not at the moment, but
I stopped at season 5.
yeah. There
I
were that
just
many?
there was like 7 or 6 or 7 or something. I once they got to like blowing up the witches stuff, I was just like, so all right. Well, when Tom is done looking that up, I'll give him a moment.
Okay, they only have one image. Oh, okay, this is an older woman, so
Yes. See, I wasn't able to place her myself. So anyway, all right. Well, now Tom wants to talk to you about.
oh, it's already to me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That one. Okay. Let's see. This week on Big Brother, um, well, last week, Red and Cameron were both up for elimination or eviction, and the veto came around, and Cameron won the veto. So he took himself off the block, and then they put Jag up on the block, and so it was Jag and Red, and then Red ended up going home, who was Cameron's, like second right to die kind of guy.
Hmm.
And now he's out with a vengeance. I won't give if anything away because it's still early in the week, but he's out with a vengeance.
Okay.
Let's see. Only Murders in the Building was kind of a transitional kind of episode this week. Still very funny. And it was called the Ghost Light, and it was and they ended up finding out that in the theater that they've been working at, there is a man living in the walls. So there was actually the ghost living in the theater, which terrified me from all the theaters that I've worked in, thinking there's somebody behind the scenes, behind a wall that you don't know that there's a door to, type thing. Let's see. Ragnarok, the Loki character had this snake kind of creature
Uh-huh.
that you're supposed to raise it and it will devour. Oh, you've been watching, right?
Yeah, I finished it.
Okay, well then I'll wait and we'll talk about the next piece.
Okay.
We started speaking of One Piece, we started that over on Netflix.
Oh
It's kind
yeah.
of a silly action kids show, I guess. Well,
Hmm.
you know, tweens and above, about a young boy who's got he's got elastic somehow he's got
Like
elasticity.
Plastic Man. Yeah.
Yes, and he wants to be king of the pirates, and so that's kind of where we're going with that.
Hmm.
It's silly but fun.
Okay.
True Blood, we're about halfway through season one. They only ran 13 episodes a season, at least at the beginning. So um so far it's been good. It's been fun.
Good. Have you ever watched it before? Or are you doing a rewatch?
Yeah, this is a rewatch.
Okay.
Yeah. A couple nights ago, I was watching Is It Cake 2 because I was up late.
Yes.
There's nothing to watch. And 5 minutes into it, I'm thinking I could be sleeping right now instead of watching this.
I'm telling you, the only reason I stuck with it, well, because I could watch it a little faster on the feet on that speed, was because the guests finally got more interesting, or the guest hosts got more interesting as the show went on.
You mean the judges?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because but
I don't recognize the host.
it takes the first 40 minutes to get to it, though,
Yeah,
to the judges. So, and it's Mikey Day from Saturday Night Live. He's been on there for over a decade. How could you not know who he is?
because I don't watch Saturday Night Live because it's always such a piece of shit.
Well, that doesn't mean that you don't know who's on Saturday Night Live. I mean,
I don't know who
I
half
don't
the
watch all the
people at
nightly
the
newses,
celebrity
but I know
news
who the
segment
hosts are. I mean, my God. Anyway, and then Friday night we went to see Michael Longfellow. Oh, you wouldn't recognize him because he's from Saturday Night Live.
That's right.
But he was, yeah, you would have liked him though because he's thin, tall, cute.
Are you
And
thinking of Brian?
no, I'm thinking of you.
Okay.
Yeah. And but there were people talking behind us
Uh,
like
the
through the
worst.
whole show. all the show. They were yammering. Like, it's like, if you want to talk, they have restaurants that are perfect for that, or
Right.
bars. Not it's like
Not
if you
places
ever
you have to be
sat behind
active
people
listening.
talking at a movie theater. It's like there's nothing more distracting. It really is. Um, and then we're gonna go see next week. We're gonna be seeing Hannah, and I can never remember her last name.
Montana. Oh,
She's from Hacks.
yeah.
She's also Lorraine Newman's daughter, so kind of fun.
Hmm.
She was on Saturday Night Live, just in case you don't know who that is.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay, so that's it for my week.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well,
There's nothing on, nothing on.
you know, I've had a real hard time finding something that I want to watch. Um, did you catch up on Ahsoka?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't, but please talk about it because I'm not worried about spoilers on that show.
Well, no, it's just it's moving along well, and we're finding out more secrets and more yeah, it's moving well. I'm not giving anything away.
Okay.
And as far as Ragnarok, which you've already seen the whole thing now, it's we just finished the episode where Loki throws the hot dog buns into the water,
Oh,
and he's like, "Why don't you eat these? What are you hungry for?" And he
uh,
spits out the old man's foot,
yeah. Yeah.
which was hilarious because those old people were pissing me off. So I'm kind of glad they ended up being bait.
Yeah. Well, they were a little bitchy. Yeah. So oh gosh, I'm not going to say anything until you finish this series because I don't want to say anything that's going to be any sort of spoiler. But I am going to be. This is a series that I will be very interested to talk to you about when you finished it and see your thoughts. So,
Okay.
all right. So moving on. I don't think there was anything else that we watched. I didn't really watch much of anything.
Well, I watched you purge your kitchen.
Yes, did I send you pictures?
No.
Oh, so sad. And actually, you know what? I just purchased a domain called Kitchen Cabinet Kinks. So I'll just post all the pictures there later. Anyway, uh, so mom is doing really well. Actually, she did fall the other day, but she was able to get up almost entirely by herself, and that is
Was it the dog? Did the dog push her?
no. She was bending over to pick up a pin, and she started to stand up, got a little dizzy, and fell over backward. So, but she's doing really well. She's getting stronger and stronger. She's doing her exercises well, and I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't too long before she was able to drive. However, I believe in October she has an appointment scheduled where she may be getting cataract surgery because she's still able to see pretty fine, but they're starting to get, like where the eye doctor can see them. And the eye doctor was like, yeah, let's take care of these now before, they really do anything for you. So, anyway, so that's kind of the mom update. But yeah, she's doing pretty well. Um, the autumn purge. On Saturday, I had wanted to pick up and clean up a few things and organize, and it went basically ended up three-fourths of the kitchen got organized, all the cabinets and the drawers, except for the junk drawer. We all have a junk drawer. Do you have a junk drawer? Junk drawer?
Yeah.
Okay. Ours is getting a little overflowy now. So, you kind of have to push stuff in real hard to get it to close. So,
Best way to do is to make more room, combine the lubes into one bottle.
okay. I'll let mom know. So anyway, but yeah, so purged the kitchen, cleaned out a lot of stuff, and also let go a lot of stuff that I got last year, like the 37-piece cake decorating set. that I was going to use to make a cake for myself for my birthday before I had somebody have a holy fit about.
Yeah, all the good only reason I went to that fucking party was to get some cake, and
Yeah,
there wasn't
and a
any.
cupcake thing, which I'd still want to do. I still think that's a great idea as a cupcake.
Well, it was a great idea, and then you ate all the cupcakes and ate all the
I didn't
frosting.
eat all the cupcakes. I got major blowback from you know who over
I know, but you made the
all it.
cupcakes, ate them, and frosted them and ate them.
Yes, my mother and I did, and we had a great time. And you know what? They were really, really delicious.
Yeah, well, I would have liked to have done that at the party
Well,
where I
you
was
should have come
promised the
over.
cupcakes.
Yeah, well, I was told not to do anything like that because somebody told me it was a stupid idea and not to bring anything. We all know who that was, don't we? All right, moving on. So, Doctor Who, I don't know, I got a hankering for watching some Doctor Who, and I went over to Amazon and found out that they were all on sale for under $10 a piece. And no, I only bought one season, and it was the $6 season, which was season 13, which was the next with the last or no, the next to last one with um, Jodie Whittaker, so the female doctor. And it was a fun season, and I finished it last night. I really enjoyed it. It kind of makes me want to go back and watch all of them, but at the same time, I've already done that like 2 or 3 times already, so I just need to find something new. But it was really fun, and for anybody that is like, well, I don't know if I want to watch a female doctor, shut up and go watch it. You'll love her. Uh, and that's it. Let's move into some advice, shall we? Miss Manners, you know what? Did we ever give a shout out to Kathy Bacon for her shoulder surgery or her chub hug? I thought we did, but now I'm wondering.
I don't think you did.
Well, both of us need to send a huge chub hug out to Ms. Bacon because she has been down for several weeks with her shoulder surgery, and it was apparently a very extensive repair job. And now she's bionic, and I think she's still not able to work though for a little bit.
So does that mean she can throw things as far as Jamie can hear?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think so too. And my mom's pretty cool. She's bionic in like 5 places. So yeah, lots of things going on. Actually, Kathy and my mom had both um, the same type of stuff, injury that had to be repaired. So
Did you know that you can fit 63 Earths inside Uranus?
well,
Well,
yes,
actually, let me say 64 if you relax.
yes, exactly. I was gonna say I'm very good at relaxing. Okay, dear Miss Manners, I attempt to use proper etiquette in my daily life. I'm far from perfect and mistakes happen, but I do try my hardest to be polite in all things. A former friend of mine said on numerous occasions that he believes my use of etiquette is merely performative. I once asked him if we could stop at a store so I could purchase a cupcake as an apology for a director. I had,
Yeah, cupcake. Yeah, as an apology. Yeah, cupcake. Go ahead.
you know, I'm going to get a cupcake.
And
And I'm gonna
it's gonna be
shove
like a
it in your
suppository,
face.
like a suppository cupcake.
Yes, and the frosting will be pre-lubed. Yes.
Oh,
I
it's
use
because you combine
buttercream.
the bottles, right? It's like
Yep.
ketchup. You marry them, and then it saves a lot of room.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope
Okay.
I did that. Oh, anyway, moving on. Um,
Once again,
yeah, okay. So I asked him to stop as a cupcake for an apology for a director. I had gotten sick and missed a scheduled rehearsal. My then friend refused to take me as I was trying too hard to be liked. Things like my love of homemade gifts and handwritten letters were also criticized as attempts to be un to be unique and likable, not genuine acts of etiquette. I will admit that I do like being known as a polite and charitable person, but I don't know how to respond to an accusation of only using manners as a means to an end. Is that a thought I should even entertain? Okay, this person basically sounds like, well, me, actually. Uh, uh, what's wrong with doing nice things and being thoughtful?
Well,
There's nothing wrong with it. Your friend, your ex-friend should shut the fuck up and find some manners of his own.
it
There.
just comes across as a little thirsty. I'm just saying, I understand what you're saying, and I don't think I remember. Oh God, I'm trying to remember the Asian gay comic. He was talking about how him and his husband had adopted a child, and they were the child had gotten some gifts, so they were handwriting out thank you notes.
Yeah.
And the child goes, "Why do I have to do this? This is stupid." And so he turned into full mommy dearest, going, "What? It's so bad about handwriting a thank you note? Someone gives you something and you don't have the time, and so and that, but I think it's lovely if it's real, but if it's something that people do just because they want to look to be that way. I mean, I don't know this person well enough, so their friend could be right, or their friend could just be like, "Oh God, will you stop trying so hard?"
But that's what having good manners is. It
Well, I
is
understand
writing
that,
thank you notes and being polite and
sure, but it's also not really standard behavior these days. So it appears to be
so they're the ones that are wrong because they're trying to be
no one's wrong
nice.
here. See, you're trying to point out somebody's wrong. No one's wrong here. Everyone's got their point of view. If dear reader, actually, if this is who she is, and this is her, that's fine. But if it's trying to be, like, ooh, look how fancy I am. Oh, like me because I am so proper, then it's not. If it's legitimate, I'm fine with it.
But it's still etiquette.
So yeah, but there's a lot of things. Like, for instance,
So if you think that if you give somebody a
but I'm
gift
sure
that
that
you
in
know
in
is
1950 you could rape somebody and go, well, she's my wife, so it doesn't matter. But nowadays it's
wow,
different.
okay,
No,
you're
I'm just saying things change over the years, and just because somebody is still,
manners to rape.
yes, it's good manners. It's fine of what manners were in the 60s, but now somebody that sends a, oh my God, look, I got another thank you note from them. God, can't they save 50 cents and just email me?
Well, I do believe that email is acceptable for a thank you,
Sure,
depending on
I do
the
too.
closeness of the relationship.
But handmade letters, handwritten letters, and homemade gifts,
I think they're neat.
I do too, especially if they're good. But we've also seen people who've tried to do that and fail miserably.
I don't know.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying, if and we're talking about her, not about you, so you can get off your high horse here.
It has nothing to do with me, although,
No, but you
it does
compared
sound like,
her to
but,
you already.
I already have somebody who, whenever I send a card or something like that, or, that gives me guilt over it. Oh, you're always doing nice things for people.
Right there, that you don't listen to the person, and you're still making this about you.
I
So
can make it about me because I am me. Anyway, let's find
gentle
out what Miss
reader,
Manners has
just
to say. I just
this is
think the other person needs to shut up.
okay.
All right. Gentle reader, just what the society needs, a denunciation of kindness and consideration for others. As a former friend, Miss Manners trusts that you no longer need to annoy him with your thoughtfulness. It is no great insight to notice that etiquette is performative. There are formulas for words and gestures to convey intention and emotion. If you inconvenience someone that inadvertently or unjustifiably, in your case with the missed rehearsal as it involved illness, you apologize as an acknowledgement of that person's feelings. Accompanying this by a token present gives it extra charm. A handwritten letter shows appreciation for the other's efforts. But are these expressions of genuine emotion? Is the convict who expresses remorse really sorry, or just hoping for a lighter sentence? How can we know? Some villains are good actors. Nevertheless, we want to hear the criminal concede that the crime is wrong. Your firmer friend argues that our behavior should reflect our true feelings, however offensive they may be. A great many people are already doing this, and those on the receiving end of the honest nastiness resent it. He also does not believe that good feelings can be genuine, and he further argues that it is wrong to want other people to like you. Why exactly is that? Well, Miss Manners, you are spot on. Moving on. Hey, Chubbs, are you an optimist or a pessimist? Well, I think that last answer just answered it for both of us, didn't it? No, anyway, I have to say that I'm more of an optimist, but I have a good pessimistic streak in there. How about you?
Me too.
Okay. Um, let's see. Hey, Chubbs, if you had unlimited money to start your own business, what would it be?
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing it. We've already discussed this.
I know it's like that's such an odd question. If I had unlimited money, why would I want to? But I would
Well,
probably do it
I
anyway,
always
and it would be probably pet focused.
I always wanted to open a restaurant, like a breakfast lunch restaurant,
Mhm.
until I watched shows where people ran restaurants,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's like they were only open for dinner, yet they got up at 4 o'clock in the morning after closing the restaurant down at 11 o'clock at night, so they could go and get food, well, meat and
Fresh
produce
stuff. Yep.
and all the stuff they needed. So that would be delivered to the restaurant where they were prepping for the evening. Um, and then they would like take a nap around noon so they could get back by like 2 o'clock when everybody started filtering in for the evening. And it's like, no, no, I don't want to do that anymore.
Nope.
Yeah,
That sounds awful.
it does. It does. And like a cannabis business would be great, like a cannabis farm. But
Uh,
then right now, the cost of what the dispensaries are paying for cannabis is makes it almost not worth a independent to do it because they can't do it on a mass level. So and that's the only way to make money is if you're doing it. I mean, volume. And so yeah, with me, it's like I would invest in my retirement.
I think that's a really good thing too. But unlimited money, I mean, you could do just retire. But yeah, the for me, if I had to do business type thing with it, it would probably be focused on animal rescue and rehabilitation and all that stuff. All righty. What's in your lunchbox? Well, Mr. Moose did actually just get it in right under the wire. Oh, let me just check, make sure there was no more that came in. Is he sneaky that way? Okay. Nope. All right. We have a local farm is producing lettuce that is sweet and super crunchy. It's called Carolina Crunch. Delicious. These
I
are
think
those.
that's a weed breed as well. A strain of weed is
Yeah.
Carolina.
Ah,
Maybe not. Maybe not. Go ahead. Go ahead.
um, those are the greens in this salad. Next is half a pound of grilled chicken. Sweet local peaches cut into bite-sized pieces, black olives, tomato, avocado, bacon, cashews, topped with blue cheese dressing.
Sounds good.
It does. I'm always a little dubious of fruit in the food, but you know what? I'd go for it. That's a beautiful photo.
Now, does that count with tomatoes as well?
No, I know the tomatoes are fruit, but I guess growing up, I'm just used to it.
Avocado?
Oh, I love avocado.
Okay, so
I'll
it's
take
just
avocado on about anything.
so it's sweet fruits.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Actually, we've been throwing grapes and blueberries into our salads, and they've been excellent. Actually, figs. We've got the figs off the tree, and we were
Oh.
cutting them up and putting them in the salads. So it's just this little sweet bite that you have, and you're like going, "Oh, what's that sweetness?" And you go, "Oh, that's right, it's the fig."
It's
Um,
interesting. I would be interested. I would try that. I'm not a fan of grapes. Um, Lawrence,
oh,
Lori Dean likes to add grapes to salads, and I don't know, it's just not my thing. Avocado is awesome. Peaches, I'll try it,
I
but the
would
fig
probably have,
idea, I kind of like.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It, it sounds good, and I'm not even a blue cheese dressing fan, but I would try it on that.
That Yeah, I was always a ranch, and then one day I a guy I had a crush on was all like blue cheese, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll try blue cheese too. And then I realized, oh my God, blue cheese is really good. So that's my favorite. Okay, next up we have Mr. Michael Sage wrote in, and he says homemade version of the Starbucks vegan breakfast sandwich. Makes Mike's killer 21 grain buns, vegan breakfast sausage, one egg, cheddar cheese, and wicked vegan mayo. Not vegan, but meatless. Starbucks is $5.95. Mine was $2.80. Also, 150 calories less.
So he has the egg on it, and that's what makes it veggie, but not vegan.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he's lactose so
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll tell you if I mean, I could do vegan if I still was doing, let's say milk products and eggs. And then I know some do fish, some vegans do fish
yes.
and seafood. Let's call it seafood, not just fish, but and then they cut out the chicken, the pork, the beef,
Hmm.
all the good stuff, the
Yeah.
goat. Have
See,
you ever had goat?
I believe I have tasted it, but
If it's cooked right, especially if it's curry, it tastes just like beef.
I just remember it being gamey. But
It
again,
wasn't cooked right.
okay, yeah. I actually, what I'd like to do is have some shepherd's pie that actually has some that's
Shepherd?
made with lamb.
Oh,
Although I am always guilty eating anything with lamb, but I have not had it authentic. It's usually whenever I've had it, it's been beef. So,
yeah.
uh,
That beef is kind of the traditional American version of shepherd's pie.
right. And I do love some shepherd's pie.
So yeah, what I did this weekend was, well, last weekend we had done the oxtail stew, and so I realized that the oxtail was very similar to the chuck roast kind of quality. Like when you get like a taco and it has the beef in it that's not ground beef, but it's the kind of pulled
Yeah,
beef.
yeah.
Hey, that's exactly what the oxtail, when it comes off the bone, it looks like that. And so does and of course the chuck steak, I mean the chuck roast is basically what they make the pulled beef with. So I thought, well, let me do that. So I pressure cooked it, did the same onions, carrots, potatoes in it with the gravy. And with the exception of the fact that the oxtails are just a little sweeter and a little more decadent,
Mm.
it was very close to the same thing. It was really good.
Now, I'm going to ask what probably a lot of people will think is a dumb question, but is oxtail really from an ox?
Yes, it's the
Okay.
name. Yeah.
Well, I figured it's right there in the name, but every once in a while you just go, you know, is it? So, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. We're struggling around here with food because it's everything that I'm getting to put together or whatever feels uninspired to me. And she doesn't want to eat. It's just like, you go through those slumps where you're like, I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. She's not eating hardly any of the stuff that I make for dinner, and the stuff that I make for dinner is just the random, yeah, I mean the basic anymore. At this point, I'm getting to the point where food is getting wasted, and that's not something that we can afford to do. So I am starting to think that I may end up looking at just trying to get her on like pot pies and TV dinners if that's what she's going to eat. But the better quality ones, not like, the 99-cent ones, because those are just awful. So, anyway, that's just a random thought. Do you want to weigh in?
Well, it's coming in fall. You could do a lot of fall things,
Mhm.
stews and soups and
Right.
porridges and jambalaya, stuff where you can actually um box it up. You can freeze it if you got leftovers. That way you won't have a lot of waste. And then you can always come back to it. And it's always nice. You can get vegetables in there with some protein and kind of like a pot pie, but without the pie part.
Well, I have a great slow cooker. I have a pot that Mr. Ramble got me. I have a wok that Mr. David got me, and I have some pans that Mr. Lawrence bought me, and I just feel that I don't know. I need to do something to kind of get inspired and step it up again, because things are just not gelling
Well,
food.
slow cooking is so much fun. It really is. And it's good for you, and the house smells really good. And you put it, like, for instance, you can get the chuck roast that I was mentioning. Get a thing of chuck roast,
Mhm.
and usually when it's around $2 or $3 a pound, you get like 3 or 4 pounds. You slice up an onion, throw in some garlic cloves, put it on top of the chuck roast. On top of that, put water over it. If you have broth, you can put broth over it, and then you cook it for 8 hours. You flake it out, and you can make tacos. You can make anything you want with it. Quesadillas. You can have it with, just take out the vegetables and the meat and eat it just like that. There's plenty of things. There's lots of things.
Well, I will. That's a great idea. I will put out a general, uh, I don't know, request, whatever, to our listeners. If you have hot pot recipes or slow cooker recipes, wok recipes, whatever, um, that are simple and delicious, and you want to send them along to us, please do. I'd be very interested to see them, and we'll talk about them on the show too.
And also ones that are, how can I put this, thriftier versions.
Yes, yeah. Price is a very strong consideration. So
So don't go, okay, well, first of all, you need to have 5 pounds of
asparagus,
filet mignon. Okay,
right?
no.
And asparagus and a little bit of beluga. Yeah, no, they need to be, you know, low, 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 low. All right. I guess, Golden Rule Services want you to know about an important tool in preventing you from contracting HIV. PrEP is a medication proven to be 99% effective in preventing HIV infection. To learn more about PrEP, visit sacgrs.org. And find Tom's other podcast on swannerandjudd.com. Find Matt's books at justkisstheguy.com. Find all our links at allmylinks.com/chubsgonewild. And please give us a call at
408-69 Chubs.
yes.
And don't forget to watch us and listen to us next week when we're live for Pride 48. We will be on at 11 a.m.
Yes. And we are looking forward to interacting with you guys and seeing you there.
That's 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Figure it out. Join us. You can ask us all sorts of questions because we probably won't have much to talk about because Matt freezes when we're live.
Hey, we did very well carrying 3 hours last time with no
Yeah,
bronze.
no, it's true. You just
Yeah.
you've gotten much better than our live version 10 years ago, where all of a sudden the light went on and you went out. It was great.
Oh, you know what the worst one for me was though was the Spanking B. Arthur. It was the last Spanking B. Arthur, and I had all these notes and all these things I wanted to say, and an hour to fill, and I wrapped it up in 19 minutes. I was like,
Yeah.
son of a bitch. And of course, I didn't have Skype, so I couldn't just get somebody on with me.
Yeah, that was it's always funny because you always you think you got it ready and and it doesn't
Yep.
work.
Yep. In the podcast notes, more is less.
Yeah, it doesn't. You can use it next week if you don't use it this week.
Yeah.
And of course, I will say that the all of the lovely people at Pride 48 that were there when we were in Vegas kept bringing in food, and I know that every chicken strip that came in distracted you all the more. And as the hour kept going, the smell was wafting into our microphones, and it was really hard. And finally, I got the audience to work. I asked one question, and remember it was like 20 minutes long argument back and forth over whether or not we should go to the Olympics because it was in Russia and they hate gay people.
See, I didn't even remember that. I should go back and listen. But yeah, that was really great. And oh my God, that was the first time that I got Cinnabon. That one of our listeners brought up the Cinnabon. Oh my God, that was just the best. The best.
Yeah. What was nice though was afterwards we took all the food, went back to, I think it was my hotel room, got naked and ate the whole thing.
Well, separate hotel rooms to get naked, but yes, we did.
No, we were both in the same room eating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, some of our listeners will like that.
Yeah.
That was really fun. All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you for listening, and we love you, and we will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
A network of inclusion.
UnivazPods.net.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network.
This has been a For Fuck's Sake production.